Welcome to our lesson on pronouns. In this lesson, we'll learn just some few basics about the chapter pronouns. And actually, it is a very brief lesson because it is just an introduction to the main chapter. We are going to discuss pronouns in 2 bits. And this is one of the bits that the lesson is going to be divided to. So we are first going to discuss the pronouns in terms of its types. And then we will move on to the usage of the pronoun. So this first presentation is about the types of pronouns that are there. So take this lesson and remind yourself basics that you will need for the main lesson, that is the usage of the pronoun. And we start off by saying that a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. It is a word that takes the place of a noun. And in an example such as Joe saw Jill and he waved at her, the pronouns are he and her. And you can see there that they have taken the place of Joe and Jill. There are 8 types of pronouns. We have the personal pronouns: he, she, it, her, him, you, them, us, we, I, and me. Those are the personal pronouns. And then we have the indefinite pronouns. These are quite a number of pronouns. Remember, inside the chapter subject-verb agreement, we discussed them in detail. So take your time, trace back to the list. And just to remind you, the indefinite pronouns are all those pronouns that start with every, for example, everything, everyone. And again, all those pronouns that end with thing, something, nothing. And again, all those pronouns that start with some, someone, somebody. And we also have the indefinite pronouns some, any, either, all, few. All these are indefinite pronouns. Now, the demonstrative pronouns are this, that, these, and those. The interrogative pronouns are what, which, who, whom, and whose. The possessive pronouns are its, my, mine, your, her, hers, his, our, ours, their, theirs, and yours. The relative pronouns: which, that, whose, whoever, whomever, who, and whom. The reflexive pronouns and the intensive pronouns are the same set of words. They are the same set of words, and the difference is in the way they are used. The way that these pronouns are used is what we will discuss in the next part of this lesson. But just remember that the reflexive and intensive pronouns are all those that end with self in their singular. For example, himself, herself, itself. And in their plural end with selves, themselves, ourselves. And in this slide, you get to see all the 8 types of pronouns. Take your time, make a sentence, create something that will remind you the types that you have over here. And here comes the moment that makes all the difference. Knowing is one thing, but putting it into practice is just something else that is even more meaningful than just listening to what each type of pronoun represents. Now, remember, practice makes perfect. Here you go. You have a set here of sentences. There are 20 in total. Take your time. Discover what the pronoun that is in the sentence is as a type. What is it? It is in the sentence, Most of them are bolded in the sentence so that you're able to recognize them easily. But just out of the choices that you have there, what type is it? And once you're done with the first slide, every slide has got 5 sentences. You may move on to the second slide. So at this point, please pause here, write down your answers, and once you're done, you may proceed to the next slide. So let's begin our practice. Remember, at the end of this practice, you are going to have a slide that gives you the answers just for you to confirm that what you have worked on is correct, and something to help you just correct your mistakes. We meet in our next lesson where we discuss the usage of the pronoun. Here is your practice. Remember, practice makes perfect. I hope by the time you reach here, you're very comfortable with the types of pronouns. And until we meet in our next lesson, for now, it is goodbye.